y'all. Hey, Taurus. It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2021, baby. Welcome to your shadow season. Yeah, I just like whirled myself around. Welcome to your shadow season, Taurus. There are themes of devotion versus obsession coming in for you. And you got to be careful of bouncing in between both. Or you got to be careful of evolving one into the other. This season is going to impact your mind. Like, that's mine. It's going to activate that. And possibly intensify it. Possibly make it worse, but what it is going to do either way is bring it to your attention. Make it so that it's something that you acknowledge. Make it so that maybe if you're not acknowledging it, other people acknowledge it in you and bring it to your attention. So be careful of that, that possessiveness. It can really spiral into some obsessive kind of qualities and tendencies, and you're needing to really be able to check in on yourself and call yourself out. This is Scorpio season all around. Is going to be a great time for you guys to like dive into rituals, into divination, reconnecting with your body, reconnecting with the earth, healing your connection to the earth. For some of you, like deeply devoting yourself to earth, to consistency, to, I just heard recycling. It's like some of you may be like really helping or changing your cycles, or you're changing your habits in regards to how you impact the earth. You may be ready to leave a different human footprint or improve your footprint in some sort of way. But either way, in Scorpio season, you will be reconnecting with your mind, your body, your spirit, and your sexuality. 222 on the clock, and you get to master it. That's the second time when I was doing your notes, Taurus, that I saw 222. So mastery is a thing that's coming up for you. 2022 is going to be some shit we're ready, but it's just going to be on some other shit. Venus is in Sagittarius until November 5th, so lean into this craving for knowledge, for wisdom, for freedom. Also, you find freedom by way of knowledge, freedom by way of being unattached, just like out in the ether, just, or out in the world, just like doing your thing. You're really mastering yourself. And Scorpio season brings in new depths, new tools. On October 26th, Venus in Sagittarius is going to be squaring Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And creativity and truth are just going to fucking break out of you. It's going to be something that, so you may need to not watch your words, but you just may like have one of those experiences where you're watching yourself say some stuff that you didn't think that you were going to say, or watching yourself do stuff that you didn't think was going to say. But if there are lies or illusions or any kind of deceit that's like active in your life, the divine is seeing to it that people aren't able to keep up their lies. So all the tension that you've experienced in keeping up with the Joneses, keeping up a lie, or keeping up an illusion, or other people doing that with you, that's just going to shatter. Then on November 4th, we have that new moon in Scorpio. And I'm telling you that, and Scorpio is the dark mother. So there is this nurturing found in the shadow. There is this love in the dark, in the deep, in the scary. There is comfort found there for some. And it's available to you. And you're needing to really make sure that you stay open, Taurus. Open your heart, open your mind. Allow yourself to change your mind when new information comes in. And allowing yourself to change your current habits when you start to see past behaviors that don't serve you anymore. On November 15th, Venus in Capricorn on November 5th, Venus will be entering Capricorn. And you get to display what you've learned while Venus was in Sagittarius. All of that knowledge, that wisdom, that insight, that freedom, you get to like put it into something. You get to do something with it. You get to be practical with it. Things get really comfortable and you start to crave consistency, starting to crave longevity. Some of you may be like really wanting to take a relationship to the next level, take a friendship to a romantic relationship, taking maybe even thinking about marriage, thinking about commitment in some way. Venus goes into Capricorn and things are going to, you're going to want firm, stable, predictable even. Like you will be able to appreciate the predictable, appreciate the consistency that people show up and give you. On November 15th, Venus in Capricorn will be squaring Chiron retrograde in Aries. And Chiron will be conjunct the moon in Aries that day. So there's this deep nostalgia coming in. Old wounds from the past coming up like crazy, and possibly like your identity wounds getting like thrown in your face, but you actually like have the wherewithal to catch it and to do something with it and to make art or business or get back to whatever. It's like using this kind of retroactive lesson for your favor. I do feel like wounds are going to be popping up from the past, things from the past popping up, possible tension within yourself and tension with people with Taurus, Libra, and Aquarius or Aries placements. I didn't mean to say Aquarius, but we'll say Aquarius. Then on November 19th is the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, and it's just like full moon hootis. New me. New year, new me. That kind of thing, where it's just like the old you gets eclipsed out, the old way of thinking, the old way of sensing, your old shell of your intuition, all of this stuff gets shed, and when you shed, that new skin is fresh, you know, it's tender. And so there is this jolt to like reconnect with yourself, to reconnect with your senses, almost like feeling like a baby when you're doing it, you know. That full moon in Aries did bring in that like brand new rebirth kind of energy, and this full moon in Taurus is gonna really like show you what you have now, what you do with it, what resources that you may be squandering or that you need to take more advantage of. Either way, Taurus, empty your lungs. Take a deep breath. Hydrate as much as possible in Scorpio season and light it if you got it. As we are asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2021. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2021. First card out is the Ace of Swords reversed. Mercury, it being retrograde in Libra, really may have like tampered with y'all. I feel like also when Mercury goes into Scorpio, that is going to be really important. Or it's going to be a really like pivotal time. I also feel like some of you have gotten divine instructions that you have ignored. Some of you are actively ignoring a truth that you were told, or you had this uncomfortable conversation that you're not dealing with. There may be Page of Pentacles. There may be some sort of, there may have been a confrontation. Some of you, I feel like, got cut down. Or maybe someone has used their words to cut you down to size. Make sure you're not using your words to cut anyone down, Taurus. I feel like what's happening is the divine's trying to drop in some uncomfortable truths. There may be some harsh conversations, some arguments, debates. Maybe somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that's like being a fuckboy or acting like a fuckboy, or you are interested in kind of maybe you're displaying some fuckboy tendencies. Fuck person tendencies. Either way, Ace of Swords being the first card, Ace of Swords reverse being the first card out to be clarified, is this connection to your intellect, connection to your words. Taurus, Scorpio is your shadow season, and Mars is going into Scorpio in rulership. And with Mars being in Scorpio, Mars is going to be like, can't tell me nothing, can't say shit. So some of you may be really hard to communicate with, maybe having a hard time communicating with someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements. There may be harsh truths coming in about children. There may be an unexpected child, or an unexpected opportunity to cut something off. Whatever you cut off, it puts you in a position to reinvent yourself, to really invest in this, in creating, in co-creating with the divine, a new life, a new path, a new chapter. Some of you, I feel like, yes, it's a great time to get into magic, to get into divination, into really diving into your spirituality and getting really consistent about your rituals and your practices. Whatever you, devotional practice or whatever it is that you do, it's time to get really like way more consistent with it. The Page of Pentacles says that there's definitely good news coming in on the other side of something that may be uncomfortable. There's, it's like there are things that you need to cut off, but it's just like once you cut them off, then it's like, bam, there's something brand new that comes in.
You got to 4 o'clock.
Is it 4 o'clock already?
Yeah, almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 3:59.
All right. 1 second.
You're good.
All right, I'll be right back. All right, Taurus, thanks for your patience. I apologize for the disruption, but we're back at it. So, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season. First card out that we had was the Ace of Swords reverse. So there may be some miscommunication, some debate, some aha moments, some insight or information being given to you that is uncomfortable, and it makes shit get really real. There's something to get real about. And what's coming in is maybe you're needing to get more real about your finances, about who you are, how you display yourself. I feel like what's coming in is you breaking free. Something comes in and cuts a cord, breaks free, and it puts you in a position to draw near to what you need, to what you want, to increasing your means, enriching yourself, becoming secure. And it's a time to get realistic and practical in your approach, like using the tools that you have, using the resources that are available to you, being done with the daydream, being done with the over glamorization or the fantasy. And it puts you in a position where maybe you're starting a new job, a new career, a new course, a new class, a new business, a new creative project, or there's maybe a new relationship, maybe a new relationship with someone that's younger than you. I also just heard from the mouths of babes. So some of you may have a really serious child that says something, or you're noticing maybe your child is depressed or is starting to act out with their words or something, Taurus. Either way. All right, let's keep going. For Scorpio season, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to get real. Whatever you're getting real about, it's time to harness your willpower into that. Harness your willpower into getting more consistent and methodical and actually just like making moves. No longer holding yourself back. Some of you, I feel like you may get blindsided by something, or something may really like knock you off your, it's like you feel like it knocks you off your, or it may knock your crown off your head. But what's happening is, look at this yellow, this truth, this uncomfortability, this argument, this air sign coming or leaving or hurting you, whatever it is, it's happening so you can get real. The divine is tired of you being in la la land. The divine is like, hey, 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 hey. It's time to get real, because there are resources, tools, skills, talents that are available to you, that it's time for you to start developing, that it's time for you to start harnessing. The magician gets shit done. 333 on the clock. There are new foundations that you are ready to create. Co-creating with the divine. Getting practical about your passions. Getting really, I feel like some of you have something that you need to study before you launch. You need to get some more experience in, get some more experience under your belt before you really start advertising yourself as this thing. Some of you, there may be somebody with Gemini or Virgo placements that is investing in you, or is helping you out, or is inspiring in you in some way. There may be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Virgo that's opening up to you, that's opening their heart, or you're finally opening up too. But what's coming in is like, hey, this is a really magical time, and you have some dope stuff that wants to materialize in your physical world. You just got to start communicating with the divine more efficiently about it. You've got to start communicating with the magic within you. You've got to start taking your responsibility, like your role in this, to create the foundation that you want and to solidify whatever it is that you're trying to build. Some of you, I feel like this is very tied to your legacy. The magician is coming in to say, hey, take a look at the resources that you have. You have everything that you need. You don't need to go buy and this and this and this and this and do this and make this look like this. No, you have everything that you need. It's just a matter of getting the plan together. Start talking about it. There also may be a smooth talker in your midst. There may be somebody with Gemini placements, or someone that's a schmoozer or a charmer that is in. You yourself may be coming into some sort of like schmoozing kind of, or really like charming energy. I feel like you have Taurus between Venus being in Sagittarius and going into Capricorn. There's a lot of like insight and information and knowledge and wisdom that's going to come in and show you, hey, I'm not living at my full capacity. This stuff is coming in to cut some cords, cut the veil, cut whatever is keeping you from really seeing your true power and your ability to move mountains in your physical reality. So shit's getting real. Conversations are going to get sharp so that you can break through, get humble, and start anew. And when you get humble and start anew, you're going to be using your words to start materializing the life that you want. Things are going to start happening. You just need to be really careful about your words. Those of you who are diving into divination, esoteric knowledge, magic, tarot, things of that nature, I feel like you're about to really encounter who you are. You're about to really encounter your power. You're really about to come into a whole new state of self-discovery and a whole new spiritual cycle that's going to put you in the position to really turn the tables in the ways that you've been groveling. It's just like, you don't need to, some of you are in relationships or staying in marriages or relationships with people just because of money or because of security, or you're scared to get what you want. And it's just like, yo, this realness is coming in so you can figure out who you are, what your power is, so you can get your ass out of this situation that you shouldn't be in anymore. There's some of you are at a job where you're really underpaid or underappreciated. You're in a relationship with someone where you're really underpaid or underappreciated. You may be consistently putting yourself in the position to be a victim, or consistently putting in yourself in a position to self-sacrifice, or to just like always having to be of service, always having to give. And I feel like your generosity with certain people runs out in Scorpio season. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements that you're done with, or that inspires you to like, hey, it's time to like flip the script. It's time to really like turn the tables, and harmony starts to come in. The scales start to recalibrate, because there are some things that I feel like are unfair that come to light in Scorpio season and put you in a position of power. And that power is like, hey, I can do anything. I can create the life that I want. I can do bad all by my fucking self. I don't need you to do bad. I don't need you to do good. I just need me and my skills and what the divine has instilled in me, so that I can articulate to the powers that be what I want to draw into my reality. Some of you, you're moving into the advertising phase of this business, and it's important to start investing in advertising, but read the fine print. Be really careful. Be slow to sign anything. Because I do feel like, yeah, be slow to sign something, because you don't want to keep yourself stuck somewhere. Some of you, I just heard re-enlist, like you're curious about re-enlisting into the military, and it's a no for me. Some of you have been in relationships and in work environments or living situations that are not harmonious, and people are getting out of their comfort zone. It's forcing you to get out of your comfort zone. So by the end of Scorpio season, you are being drawn to what you want. So that's why it's telling you now to start taking this practical approach. Find the situation that works. Use your common sense. Stop daydreaming or fantasizing, and work with what you got. That's what's coming in. Work with what you have. Concentrate on what's effective. Concentrate and start investing in what's effective, because the old cycle, the old habit wasn't working anymore. And it's time for more harmony in your finances and your health and in your relationships with maybe this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that's coming in and motivating you to get out of your comfort zone, or that you're drawn to. 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck says there's something definitely that you guys are turning your back on. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, an old pain or an old wound with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that's coming in, and you're getting out of your comfort zone. A brand new cycle and how you exert your physical energy and physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. Turning away from the emotional and spiritual comforts that you have been clinging to for so long already. And so Scorpio season is coming in to like reroute you, redirect you, to help you avoid burnout, because there is some sort of situation that you are just fucking burnt out over. There may have been an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that left you, and you're really like coming to grips or coming to terms with that. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements that things didn't work out with, or the communication is off with, or you're not as stimulated with them or something, and it's coming in that it's time to change your direction. And when you change your direction, bam, when you turn your back on the bullshit, when you turn your back on the past, you leave that victim mentality, you become the victor, you become the catalyst of change in your life. And then this profound metamorphosis can start to really show itself. And it shows itself in your friends, in the bag, in the stability, in your comfortability. People start to seek you out for the knowledge that you have, for the skill set that you have. So, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2021, baby. It's time to address whatever's going on with this Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. If there's some issue with truth, if you are feeling like it's like scratch a lie, find a thief. You think someone's lying to you when they're actually stealing from you. You think someone's omitting something when they're actually doing something else. So your spidey senses may really be tingling. And that's why this Ace of Swords is coming out. It's like, don't speak on it. Talk to spirit about it. Get back on your crown. Don't act out of character. And don't throw your power away. There is so much power to be found in you conversing with the divine. You conversing and listening to this inner voice you've been stomping down, and quieting. Because you listening to this truth means that you know that you're going to have to experience some uncomfortability. You've been ignoring this because you know that it means you're going to have to do this. You know it means you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to move forward. You're going to have to move on. You're going to have to strive for deeper, for more intense. And now is the time to do it. The Gemini or the Virgo, there could be issues coming in, but strive for harmony. If you're struggling with your work situation, don't quit until you are consistently making money from this entrepreneurial pursuit. Those of you who are in a miserable work situation, change your perspective to see this as a stepping stone that it is. Allow this job or whatever situation to be a stepping stone so that you can, while you're here, you can start saving the money or like laying the groundwork to launch whatever it is that you're drawn to do. Your willpower is coming up big time. And once you start moving, once you start trusting yourself to move, once you start breaking away from those old mindsets, it's going to put you in a position where you're just like, yo, I haven't been getting what I'm worth. I haven't been getting what I'm giving. And it's not okay anymore. And so I'm just going to acknowledge that this is not reciprocal or this isn't even or fair anymore. And I'm going to do me. Don't be a groupie. Keep it moving. I love you. You got this. Stay tuned. We're going to dive into the plunge on Patreon, patreon.com/justjeverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.